time's gonna start like 5 to 6 seconds after I press the new game. So time's gonna start in 3, 2, 1, and go. Right. This is any percent no item glitch, and the first stuff that I'm gonna do here is, as you can saw, I have turned off the sound effects. The reason why I have done that is because for some reason, when you deactivate the sound effects, okay, that was bad. Bad start. So I'm gonna take a backup strat. Don't worry. When you deactivate the sound effects, for some reason, some cutscenes that are the vortex cutscenes that appears depending on how much crystals have you gained or all that stuff, and that cutscenes are not activated, are not triggered. So with that, we can save like 40 seconds. It's not intendedly a glitch or something like that, because it was added into the code of the game. So that vortex cutscenes are some cutscenes where all our enemies or Aku Aku talks to us. So that's not full important for now, because they're just gonna say some stuff about that they're gonna defeat us. Of if it's Aku, he's gonna give to us some hints to beat the game and all that stuff. So well, the next stage I'm gonna start to talk about a bit of some stuff. It's supposed that I just have to catch the first mask of mask of this stage, but unfortunately I have lost it. So I have took this backup mask, which it's not recommended to catch, since it makes you lose some seconds, and I need to keep this mask for a next stage. So I'm gonna talk about the history of the game and also the category. This game was released back in 1998 as an exclusive title for the PlayStation, and it was the third game of the Crash Bandicoot franchise. And the plot of the game is that it starts when the second one finishes at the 100%, when the Vortex space station is destroyed. One of the parts of his station falls down on the earth and makes that Uka Uka, the evil twin of Aku Aku, which is the mask that it's with us, get free. And now he's gonna take now he with N Trophy and his time machine is gonna ally with Cortex in order to dominate the world. But before this, they need to travel around the world to catch some crystals, gems, and relics, blah blah blah, all that stuff that they need to dominate the world. So since we are the good guys, we are gonna catch all of that stuff before the bad guys do it. So, and which is the no item glitch? Well, in Crash Bandicoot 2, because this glitch appeared first on this game, and for some reason, if you keep bouncing, and well, every time you bounce in some enemies, like for example in Super Mario Bros. When you are bouncing in a lot of enemies, in that game the points are added, and in this case they are just Wumpas. And start with no Wumpas, then 1 Wumpa fruit, 2 Wumpa fruit, and then you have 5 Wumpa fruits and lives and all that stuff. For some reason, you keep doing that on a metal jumping box, which are the box. It's a box that doesn't break. If you do that 200 times, for some reason, the game, when it's trying to get a kind of item to it achieves a crystal or a gem, depending of the situation. And after that, if we keep jumping over enemies, we can gain that crystals and that gems even without going directly to the stages. So that which is, it takes more time to get on this game on Crash 3, but basically that's the okay. That was what I have lost the mask, so next stage is gonna be slower, unfortunately. And basically that's the item glitch. So on this occasion, on this 100% item glitch, I'm just gonna go for the 25 crystals, which is the only stuff required for this category, without using this kind of major glitch. The full competition of this game is the 105%, which includes all gems and time relics that are gained on time trials, but as I've said before, we're just gonna focus and get all 25 crystals and defeat Cortex, which is the final boss of this game. So now we enter to the first principal movement technique, which is called neutral slide jump. When the most fastest way to move here is when you perform a slide. So when you do the slide and then you release the D-pad or analog stick, wherever you're using to move crash, and then before the slide finishes, if you press the jump button, and okay, that's bad again. If you press the jump button, you can keep the speed of the slide on the air. So we are gonna doing this over all the run to go as fast as possible. So this is good. This is so bad. This is a very bad start, since it's supposed that this is gonna be the first stage that I'm gonna need 3 masks, because when you gain 3 masks you go into an invincibility mode and it makes that crash moves a bit faster. So unfortunately this first warp room is gonna be slower. And well, as you have saw, it doesn't matter which stage do you play. In every warp room there are 5 stages, so you can pick the stage that you want, but I'm going into an intended route that it's supposed that I need to use the masks for that, but unfortunately some mistakes were made, so we haven't got this. But it's time to summon Blaze RNG in order to have more fastest warp rooms on the next attempts. Well, on the next warp rooms with the next attempts. So again, in this part, suppose that I'm gonna have the invincibility mode, but it looks like I'm gonna go on a normal pace, and depending of how faster do you move, how much time do you lose. In my case, on this stage, which is Boneyard, the 4th stage, if I complete it without the mask, I lose between 5 to 7 seconds. But as I've said before, the average depends about how faster do you move on the game. So also another movement technique that's gonna make you move a bit faster is zigzagging, and this consists in moving, in this case using the D-pad and pressing left and right or up and down depending on the situation as fast as possible to make that crash moves a bit faster. And yes, I'm using the D-pad to play this 3D game instead of an analog stick, because the game allows you to use the analog sticks on the PS1 or PS2 controllers, but unfortunately analog is slower, so the most fastest way to go, the fastest way to move on this is just using the D-pad. So now it's time for the first boss battle, which is Tiny Tiger, and for some reason, if we skip this initial cutscenes when Cortex is saying hi to everyone, the music doesn't start to play. So if we want to hear the music of this stage, we need to make that crash lose alive, and then he respawns, or well, getting out the stage and entering again without skipping so fast through the cutscene. So that's the reason why this stage is muted. So don't worry people, everything is fine, this is normal on the game. And as you saw, it's easy to beat him. You just need to... He's just gonna jump 5 times on the first attempt, 6 times on the second one, and on this last one he's gonna jump 7 times, and then you need to perform a spin or whatever movement you wanna do just to hit him. And now we have finished the first warp room. Now it's time to move to the second one. As a backup strat, and I'm gonna explain later, if I require to have the 3 masks to start on this specific stage. But if I don't have it, I'm gonna start in GUIs, which is the stage number 6, because it's the only level in all the game that gives you 3 masks. The rest of the stages give you just 1 or 2 depending on the stage. So as you can see here, this is the most fastest way to move, having the invincibility masks. So if everything goes fine and I can keep them on next stages, this is gonna be faster because we like speed, and speedrunning is based on speed, and you gotta move faster. And we need to move faster if we're gonna save the world. So I'm gonna wait here just for that enemy. Okay, I should be move faster and defeat him, but I need to keep the mask, so I have went into a faster, well, for a safe strat here. Because also if I have to lose one mask, I should move to the G-Wiz, which is a stage 6. As I've said before, it has 3 masks, so I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna go for maintain the route, and now it's time to go to Tongue Time, which is a stage number 9. And also some stages fortunately has some extra masks that sometimes you can use it as backup masks if you don't have the NoGA ones to trigger the invincibility pace. And this stage has one of them, but if everything goes fine and I don't have any kind of big mistake, I'm not gonna use it. Obviously it makes you lose some seconds, but just to catch the extra mask. So performing the neutral slide jump correctly, we can make not just that Crash moves faster, we can reach some platforms that are a bit far away, like the previous one. And that's another example about the neutral slide jump. Another way to catch that is with an extended jump that okay, that was bad, I have to some again, but it doesn't matter. I'm gonna start into G-Wiz, and it's gonna give me 2 masks from start. And also that metal box that was at the end of the stage makes that platforms get activate and start to move and go to the intended way to reach the portal at the end of the stage. But thanks to the neutral slide jump, we don't need to use it. So now I have finished with 1 mask, so I'm gonna lose some seconds just to catch an extra mask. But if I got a good cycle, I'm not gonna lose time, because there are some different kind of boxes here, and this is a random box. That's not the correct name, but I like to name it like that. Some of them is gonna give you some lives, some wumpa fruits. It depends about which picture it's in the box at the moment that we destroy it. If there's any of them, we're not gonna get anything, but that's a time box, since if we don't break that box faster, it's gonna turn into a metal box, so we're not gonna be able to break it. So again, I need to move a bit safely here, so everything goes fine. Also, something that I need to say is that when you are on this invincibility mode, some cycles get freezed. So that's gonna be something helpful on next stages, because that's gonna makes us to don't wait until some cycles got executed or something like that. Because with the cycles freezed, we can move a bit faster and keep completing as fast as possible the stage. Now this is the second stage that we're gonna play as Coco, which is the Crash's little sister, and also this is the first game when she turns into a playable character. So this is, in some way, this is similar to the stage number 3, which was Orient Express. This stage is called Magnet Run, and well, it's a kind of auto-scroller. The only fastest movements here is just to keep pressing the slide button, which is a circle and R button, to go faster, as we can see here. And yeah, this is gonna take like less than a minute. Fortunately, it's the fastest stage. It's a bit longer than Orient Express, but at least not so of it. So. And also, I hope that you can apologize me if sometime. What? Okay, this is bad. This is so bad. Okay, control drop my input. So, as I was saying before, I hope that you can. Wait. Okay, the controller dropped my input. Something I need to say also about this game is that it drops a lot your input, so it doesn't matter if you press the jumping button, like this example. The game is gonna ignore it entirely. So that's a big problem that this game has. But well, we are talking about an era and a time when usually the video games used to have this kind of bugs, most of the 3D video games, since developers were used to develop 2D games. And also, there's a PS1 emulator for the Wii, but if you've tried to run this game, this game is gonna go slower as fuck. Sorry for that word. It's gonna go more slower than a snail, probably. And well, a problem that this game has if you try to emulate it on a Wii, it's that, well, some sound effects and some music, it's gonna sound a bit glitchy. And well, this is Road Crash, the first of 3 racing stages. There are after all 4 stages, but for this category we're just gonna play 3, so I need to get the focus here, so I'm not gonna talk. Again, this is just an autoscroller. You need to keep pressing the cross button to go faster and move, obviously. And you need to get the first place to earn the crystal. If you gain 2nd, 3rd, 4th place, whatever place except the 1st place, you need to repeat the stage, unfortunately. You're gonna take back to the warp room and you need to re-enter again. I say this because an Insane Trilogy, which are the remastered edition of the PS1 Crash games, the game gives you an option to restart the stage, so that's a bit faster. Second boss fight with Stingo Down, and now I introduce you a new technique movement, which is the hike and jump. And this is performed when I make a slide and then I jump and press also the spin button at the same time. I can make that crash jumps more higher. The intended way for this is that to beat this boss is that Dingo is gonna throw some fireballs and then he's gonna destroy these walls, and when he destroys we need to enter where he is and obviously hit him. That's all. Well, as I have explained before, the reason why I have deactivated the sound effects is for optimization. Deactivate the sound effects saves you makes that you can save 40 seconds. Because this makes that some cutscenes don't get activated. And we like speed, isn't us? Isn't we? Okay, computer, I know that I don't have the NoGA space on my hard drive, but that's thanks to all your updates, so I cannot uninstall them. I have tried, but you don't let me to do so. What do you want that I do? I don't want to delete all my personal files just because you decide to install when I haven't requested you to do it, so please. And again, this is another underwater stage, and not some important stuff to say, unless that this stage is annoying to complete even on a casual mode. Well, at least on a casual mode shouldn't be, but sometimes the physics are a bit tricky and also the enemies, and it's a bit hard to optimize your time and your movements here. And also it's supposed that I need to keep the mask that I got starting the stage, but I'm not gonna be able to do it because I have lost it, unfortunately. So we're gonna perform here a damage boost because when you have that motorbike underwater, if you get hit, you will lose it. So making this at the end of the stage is more faster than reach the portal and leave the stage. Because once you reach the portal, there's an animation that crash left the vehicle, and that animation takes more time than just lose it for a hit. And now we're gonna see a little friend that we are just gonna catch for fun. Because it's slower, not so much fortunately, so if you wanna catch it as I used to do in my runs, there's any kind of problem, unless you wanna go for a top time. So I'm gonna make it spin next to this egg just to make that our little dinosaur friend gets free, but I'm not gonna catch him there. I'm gonna catch him now, because if I wait the animation that he spawns from the egg finishes, that's gonna translate into losing time. Also, the fastest way to keep moving with the dinosaur is again zigzagging, as I have said before with the movements. And also I'm gonna make a damage boost there, because it's more again, that animation about losing the dinosaur, it's more faster than reach that part and wait until the dinosaur, well, until it crashed, stop riding the dinosaur. And also there's a glitch on to keep the dinosaur and keep it using it here, but since this is a no glitch allowed marathon, unfortunately I'm not gonna do it. But it doesn't matter since I have tried to do the glitch with no good luck. Okay, I have lost the mask again, but it doesn't matter because on this stage I don't used to use the masks. So also, the speed gaming's commanding something important, because if you get bored because you don't hear sound effects, you can go to watch the randomizers, SMB3 randomizer tournament or Shovel Knight tournament. But if I were you, I will keep watching this, because if you like to see how somebody can fail thanks to drop inputs, this is a good run. And also the intended way on speedrunning to go faster through this is to execute a kind of high jump to walk on this, but no glitches are allowed, so unfortunately we cannot do it. Okay, the game, I don't know why that happened, but the game makes that crash moves to the screen, and that wasn't my intention. And personally, for this runner, and this stage from the third warp room is a warp stage, so if you see that I move more slower than usual, I'm doing this not because I'm bad at this, I'm trying to get some safe strats to don't lose time. And something that I have forgot to say is that maybe you have put attention after I have defeated the first two bosses that there's some stuff, some items that appeared on screen, and then I have skipped one text box. That are some power-ups that we're gonna be unlocking until we defeat the bosses. So the first item I have got, the first was the body slam, that makes that the crash body slam is more faster. Well, it's more heavy and it's more powerful. And when I have defeated Dingodile, which was the second boss, I gained the double jump ability. That is just press the crash button twice. And again, I need to have this stage just has that mask, so I should have started with two masks, something that unfortunately hasn't happened. So I'm a bit sad for it. And also something that I need to say is that for some reason sometimes the game will crash when you enter the double header, which is this stage, stage 15. For a random reason that happens. Fortunately, this hasn't been an issue for me because I never get any kind of crash. It also happens on whatever the platform you played. If it's on a PC emulator, if you're playing the game on a PS1, on a PS2, or even a PS3, PSP, or whatever console you are playing this game. That's something that randomly happens. Sometimes it will crash. Sometimes it's just gonna freeze for some seconds and then the game's gonna work. As if anything bad happened. And something curious that I need to say is that the Crash Bandicoot franchise got some few changes when the game were released in Japan. One of these changes is with that double head enemies, that they just have one head. And the reason for that is because Sony of Japan were thinking that maybe that enemies with two heads should be something creepy for Japanese people. So they decide to modify that enemy, and now this is Road Crash. Okay, yes, it's Road Crash, and well, this is another motorcycle stage. But from all the three stages that we are gonna see here, this is the most hardest because the RNG with the computer characters is a bit annoying, and also there's a lot of stuff on the stage, a lot of traps, a lot of cops, cars, and all the stuff that will make that we can lose time. So I'm gonna keep quiet here for a bit, just to focus, because this is my principal pace killer in all the game. This is bad. No. Bless RNG. Nope. Okay, this is bad, 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 this is bad. Okay, never mind. It was slow, but well. First place! We got the crystal! But we have so much last time! Nice! And now it's time for the third boss of the game, which is Entropy. And well, again, like on the first boss, music doesn't start to play, but we skip the cutscene faster, but it doesn't matter because in some seconds music's gonna start to play. And well, the way that you beat this boss is that he's gonna do some stuff like that, then you are gonna be able to go where he is, and you need to perform a spin to make him some damage. You need to do that 3 times. That was the first time. This is the second time. And also all these panels spots randomly, so to go in a safer way I wait until they appeared so I can see where can I move in order to don't fall and lose a life and also lose time. So if you're a big fan of Coco as me, you're gonna like to see her here because we're gonna see her a lot of times. And this is the second motorbike on the C stage. Also, again, this is a kind of auto-scroller, just keep pressing the cross button. Nothing important. But something curious that I need to say is that on the first stage of this kind, there wasn't any Aqueous mask on this stage, but in this stage there is just one. But unfortunately we are not able to gain the invincibility, because if we're close to that boss with the Aqueous masks, and we just have one mask or we don't have any masks, it's not gonna spawn. As you have to see on that question mark box, if I just have one mask or no masks, a mask box was gonna appear there. But since I have the two masks, it hasn't appeared. The most fastest way to complete this stage, this kind of stages, is just going through the corners. So in 105% you need to catch all the boxes, so it's a little more interesting to watch this stage. On the any person no item glitch, simply is kinda boring to watch, because if I remember correctly, this stage took still one more minute. Okay, that was bad again. Took one extra minute than the first stage of this. So again, I'm gonna change my route here, and I'm not gonna take the intended route to complete this category, since on this next stage I need to have two masks. So I'm gonna take a risk and I'm gonna switch my stages just to go for another mask, because something bad up here is that next stages just have one mask. And if I go to Tomb Raider, which is the next stage that I should have been playing, I'm gonna lose more and more time. So I'm gonna go for Future Frenzy, which is the stage 19, and Tomb Raider, it's the stage 20. So I'm gonna take this stage. Obviously, I'm gonna lose. Here I'm gonna lose like 5 seconds, between 5 to 10 seconds, for not having the masks. So, but at least it's not so much time comparing the time that you're gonna lose if you don't gain invisibility on Tomb Raider. And also something curious about this is that some names of the stages make some references to some stuff. For example, obviously Tomb Raider stage makes a reference to Tomb Raider and all that kind of stuff. So again, we have new enemies. In this case, we have this kind of enemy that we cannot hit from a side because it's gonna damage us. And also the power up that I have unlocked. Oh, okay, I have lost the mask again, and I don't know why. So Game Physics has trolled me again, so this is gonna be slow, unfortunately. And as I was saying, the power up that I have gained until I have defeated and trophy, it's called Tornado Spin, and each makes that my Tornado Spin takes more seconds. So this way I can make that crash can keep on the air for a time, or at least trying to reach some far away stuff. And also, I'm gonna be glad if somebody sometimes can remember to crash that. His only work here is to catch the crystals, not to ignore them. So thanks to the Tornado Spin, we can execute that kind of So I'm gonna go for Spinxinator. I'm gonna keep waiting. I'm gonna try again to keep the masks here because on Tom Waiter I'm gonna lose more time if I don't get the crystals. So I'm trying to catch some backup strats. So it's time to summon Bless RNG again to don't lose the masks. So again, this is something risky. I have to make a double jump and then use the tornado spin in order to skip that platforms and save some seconds. And crash, hello, please help me. And also something good of this stage, it's that it doesn't have anything good. It just can be a bit troll, thanks to all these kind of traps. Okay, I was gonna touch that bonus panel, but it's not required because I don't need the boxes, I just need crystals. Okay, that was good. I'm glad that I have finished the stage with the 2 masks, so I'm gonna show you the intended way to complete the next stage. And I was hoping to get the masks because with this I can show you properly how the freeze cycles works. So again, we're gonna try to move safely here again because we have a big amount of time. A big amount of time left, but we need to keep safe. Okay, I'm gonna wait again. So to defeat that enemy I have performance slide because if I perform it and spin, he's gonna push me up. So on this case, okay, this is no. Okay, that was good. Fortunately, I haven't caught the box at the time before the water started to ground, so I haven't stopped that cycle. And as you can see, since I have the invincibility, the water doesn't comes up. So thanks to this, I have saved between 15 to 20 seconds, as I used to do. Okay, that was a very bad timing. But it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because next stage the game. Okay, game dropped my input, my jumping mode again, and that's something that we call extended slide. And this is when you try to make this neutral slide jump or just a slide jump, but the game drops your jump to your jump input. So yeah, that was an extended slide. But it doesn't matter that I have lost the mask here because on the next stage the game is gonna quit me all my masks. This is risky, guys, don't try this at home. So this is the reason why usually this stage is the 4th stage to get completed on this warp room. So now it's time to watch Coco again and say goodbye since it's her last stage. This is Bye Bye Blimps, and there's 7 blimps that you need to destroy, but also there's gonna be some enemies that are gonna be shooting to us, and for every shoot, for every hit, we're gonna receive 1% of damage. So again, this is easy because the blimp has a big range of their hitbox. So now, if you are a fan of Star Fox game, this is a good time to do a barrel roll. This makes you go a bit faster. And also, just for memes, I'm gonna keep doing it. And also, for casual people, this stage could turn into something annoying thanks to these enemies, but otherwise it's an easy stage. Yeah, once you destroy all blimps, you got the crystal. And now it's time to say bye to Coco and start to go to the next boss battle, which is Engine, or as I like to call him, Real Game Boss. And you're gonna see that why I call him like that when I go versus Cortex. And oh, surprise! It's a Coco stage. Yes, this is the only boss stage for Coco, and this is easy again. I just need to keep shooting. For shooting, I used to press the circle button or the R1 button just to defeat him. And this is Engine. So the way that you beat him is just like that. Just like this. You need to keep shooting to all that yellow hitbox sounds that he has, because he's gonna try to stop us shooting some missiles and all that stuff. And well, this second phase is the most annoying and most hardest. And also something I forgot to mention is that it doesn't matter how do you try to keep safe. If you receive damage and then you go to a 0%, you're gonna start again from the first phase, even if you're on the second one. There's any way to refill your health, like on the previous level, which was 5 I believe. There was some white balloons that you hit them. You gain some health. And well, now it's definitely time to say goodbye to Coco. Yes, and on Road Crash, there's an alien sign that if you hit it, you go to a secret stage, which is Hot Coco. And again, it's a motorbike on water on the sea stage, but for this category it's not required because we just need the crystals, and that stage just have a gem box and the relic of the time trial. Okay, I'm gonna go back because I shouldn't have entered to this stage, but I should have do it, but I'm not gonna do it. I'm gonna go for the real stage, which is Mad Bombers. And usually you will like to start on this stage since this is the most annoying stage from all the game. And principally, this stage personally has made that I have lost a big amount of good paces in speedruns. And my PB is 53:18. And when my PB was 1 hour 15 minutes and 55 seconds, I was close to get a good sub 1 hour and 10 minutes PB, but I have lost all my save time on this stage, so at the end I got a PB, but I have lost. This stage took me 7 minutes complete. And the new PB was 1 hour 50 minutes and 41 seconds. I just have to say 14 seconds. So, and something that turns this stage annoying is that there's a reduced hitbox on these planes. There are a few planes that comparing it with the blimps. but the reduced hitbox is a big problem. It's a good problem for this, and a big problem it's again the IA characters, because now if they shoot to you they makes you 4% of damage, so it's not good. So I have used all the health balloons. Less RNG, because we just need to destroy one of these, and it's not a peach bazooka, it's a Wumpa fruit bazooka. There are not peaches, there are not apples, there are Wumpa fruit. Okay, there's one extra balloon, but I'm gonna take a risk here. Please, 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 and yes, we got it. That less RNG worked. Thanks, Drifting. So after you beat the stage, the intended route is to go to a box like, which is the stage 25, because this is the only stage that you can have 4 masks, and you're gonna need them for next stages. So this is the first mask, and sometimes if you have moved slowly and you don't got a good cycle, you used to do a damage boost just to freeze a cycle, because when you have the masks, you can freeze some cycles if you receive damage and lose that mask. For example, with these walls in front of me, if I have received damage before that wall's closed, I should have freeze the cycle for a bit and make that walls keep open. And again, I got here a good cycle, because sometimes I used to wait until that walls get opened. Because again, on next stages I'm just gonna get 1 mask per stage. Because in other stages you can get 2, so that shouldn't be a big problem. You start the stage with 1. And this is the last stage that we're gonna play like on this platforming way. It's time to use the bazooka that I have unlocked. When you defeat Engine, you unlock this nice Wumpa bazooka, or whatever is it called, or you wanna call it. And this is good because I'm gonna be using it on next stages just to go on safer strats to defeat some enemies, because some of them should be moving in some parts, and waiting until they got freezed or stop to move will make that we lose time. Like for example with this enemy, that on that pace if we touch him he's gonna damage us. So instead of that, I prefer to use the Wumpa Fruit Launch. And again, I do the same, just for the cycles. And again, and again, and again, and again, and again, and again. Just for memes, because here's not necessary for the enemy. And I have lied. I have forgot that I haven't completed this stage. But that's something good because on the previous stage I don't used to use masks. But on this one, yes, because there's just one mask. And this is the mask next to you. And I hope that you can apologize me, people. I lied to you with Coco. I lied to you with the stages. I'm a liar. I feel bad. Why am I doing this? No! And just stop right now. Well, at least when I finish my run. But I don't know. Whatever happened. But it doesn't matter since comparing this with my PB, I have 2 minutes left, so it's fine. Yeah, day after day, lie after lie. I'm a cheater, and you know why. This run is really pre-recorded. I need to splice it, but in some way I have to make some jokes so you can know that I am trying to cheat you and try to make that this run looks like it's something that I'm doing like right now at this moment. And well, I have lost the one mask, but it doesn't matter because again on next stage I'm gonna need the masks. I'm gonna lose. I'm not sure I think I'm gonna lose it by default, but at least on the final boss definitely I'm gonna lose the masks and you're gonna see that. Okay, it doesn't matter, I have lost the mask. Yeah. So this is Orange Asphalt, the last stage before we start the last boss battle. And again, this is just an auto-scroller and the third and last stage of motorbikes that we're gonna see here with Crash. Now it's time to complete this last stage that I need to beat if I wanna go versus the last boss. Yeah, I know I suck singing and I saw I'm not good improving, but this is a little weird or maybe just funny because the English it's not my principal language and in some way I'm a bit surprised about how I'm trying to do this, and yeah, I'm dropping a lot of inputs here, but it doesn't matter because I'm gonna finish this. I'm gonna try to keep a good very time, and it doesn't matter. I just wanna finish under my estimate. I'm gonna be happy, but it doesn't matter. I love in this right now. I just need to be focused in finishing to first place. But fortunately, it's shouldn't be something harder because in this way this stage is larger and it's admit, but at least it's more easy to complete. But we can say the same about Road Crash that makes you can lose a big amount of time and you need to repeat this stage. I just need to keep pressing the cross button because I need to get the first place, and thank you for helping me. Thank you for the step to having me win this choke run that was fully just based on fails, but it doesn't matter. I'm happy with this because this is just for fun, and I hope that the people have enjoyed this because I haven't done, but it doesn't matter if I let somebody had enjoyed this. And well, first place, last crystal, and now it's time for the last battle. And this is the last boss in New Cortex. And when we beat him, we're gonna get some speed boost, but it doesn't matter. Neutral slide jumps more faster than that boots. And the reason why we should have lost some masks if we enter this stage with masks is because our mask Aku Aku is fighting versus his brother Uka Uka. So I don't need to. I need to keep safely here because, well, the pace to defeat him is that to defeat Cortex that he is gonna shoot some lasers 3 times, and then he's gonna throw down mines, and then his shield's gonna be deactivated. So we're gonna have to hit him. But also I need to keep care about where that I'm moving, because if I am near where does the masks are firing, I'm gonna get hit, and also that means that I'm gonna lose life and I'm gonna start again. And also this is like in based on time, sorry, because if we don't make that Cortex fall down on that hole faster, and he's gonna respawn on his shield and all that stuff. So again, we need to wait here 3 times. It's 1, there's 2, there's the last one, 3. Over here, through the mine, shield down, throw him. Time is gonna finish when I press the triangle and button to skip the text box of the item, so get ready for the time. And time. So Steph, can you tell me my time please on comments, or if somebody wanna enter to PC to tell me, I'm not gonna be mad. Okay, I have saw it. 55:56, and thanks a lot for telling me. That was good. I mean, I got some few mistakes, but I'm glad for this time. As I've said before, my PB is 53:18, and my world record for this category is 44 minutes with 25 seconds, performed by Borderlands. So, well, that was Crash Bandicoot Warped. And also, next run it's a Paper Mario run, so keep watching these guys. I'm gonna be back tomorrow when I Tom and during House Trap Race. Again, thanks.